Hello, grade 8 students. This is Formative Assessment October 2024 past paper discussion. Here, if you have gone through this paper, you can see all the questions they have given from the straight line graphs, inequalities. So then we want to cover this thing. So then I'm planning to start from the question number 1. There you want to fill the table. So I will explain you how you can fill this table in an effective way, right? So then here the first question I have, the equation they have given, y equal 2x minus 1. And we'll see what are the x values they have given, -2, 0, 1 and 2. By any chance, if they have not given the x values, children, what we are supposed to do, we want to select our own x values. I prefer to have normally from -3 to +3, or else -2 to +2, right? It's easier for us. Having more points, it gives us a more accurate graph, right? When we have more points. But here that we can't help, they have given only 4 points. So then we have to adhere to that. To draw a line, it is required to have 2 dots. That is the minimum requirement. If you have 2 dots, you can connect them and you can draw the line. But when we have more points, it improves the accuracy of our line, right? So then here they have taken -2, the x values they have taken -2, then 0 and 1 and 2. The next step is calculating 2x. What do you mean by 2x, children? 2x means 2 times x. Whatever the x value they have given, you multiply it by 2. 2 times -2, -4. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 2, 4. Like this, right? And from this 2x value, you want to deduct 1. So then from all the 2x values, you deduct 1 like this, right? You take away 1, right? So when you combine these, what it is, 2x minus 1, right? -1, -4, -1, it is -5. 0 and -1, it is -1. 2 and -1, it is 1. And 4 and -1, it is 3. What is this 2x minus 1 value, children? It is simply y. You just write y here, -5, -1, 1 and 3. It's like this, okay? Now you just see that it is -5, 2x minus 1, that is exactly equal to y. But this step, which I did additionally, they have not given you, right? If so, in the exam, what you are supposed to do, that you do this in mind, 2x minus 1. Straight away you do and get the answer, and that is -5. But if you are doing your own table, you can have the steps which I have marked with an arrow, right? But here that we can't do that. So then what we can do, we can write the final values, -5, right here that we have -5. So then we have -1, 1 and 3. -1, 1 and 3. So children, after having this table, right? After having this table, I will just draw the table. This is my table. Like this. My lines are not straight because I'm not using a ruler. But when you are having your own table, you can use the ruler and do a better job, right? I'm just drawing it to show you that this is how the table should be. Right? Okay, it's something like this. After having this table, it is required to have the coordinates. How we are going to have the coordinates? Below the table, you write -2, -5. Put a comma. 0, -1. Then 1, 1. Then 2, 3. You write down the coordinates like this. We'll move to the next question. Draw the line. Okay, the second one we want to draw the line. So now I'm moving to the wait, I will show you. So I'll stop sharing and show you that how I'm going to draw the graph, right? So then it is, what are the coordinates we had? -2, I want to check it again. -2, -5. Okay, -2, -5. I go to my, that here I have drawn my graph and I have the x-axis and the y-axis. Hope you can see how I have marked them. I want to mark the x-axis and the y-axis, and then I have the same distance here. Then I have marked up to +7 and -6 and +6, -7. So then I can go for 7 also like this. So then -2 and -5. So -2 I have like this, right? And -5, something like this. Okay, then I mark this point. And then I have 0, -1. So this is the 0, -1. Then the next point I had 1, 1, then 2, 3. Okay, 1, 1. 1, 1. Something like this. And 2, 3. Right, so then here I mark 3 and 2 like this. So this is my next point. After having all these points, that you just see, children, how I'm drawing it. You want to keep the ruler like this, and in the exam it's better if you can have the longer ruler, so then you can do this easily. So then I just draw my line like this. Okay, right, now I have this, and here I write y equal 2x minus 1. Always you want to name this. You can see that this is my graph. After that, they have asked me to do something. What it is, the next question, it says, draw x equal to 2. X equal to 2 is this. I take the, if I have another, the black pen or something, that's better. But at this moment, I don't think we'll see that. Whether I can, no, it is not working. It doesn't matter. X equal to 2, right? Then x equal to 2 line, I draw like this. X equal to 2, right? And then they ask us to draw y equal to -1. So then here we want to write x equal to 2, okay? And then y equal to -1. Y equal to -1, this one, right? And then here we draw y equal to -1, and here I write y equal to -1. And the next one, x equal to -1. So this one, okay? And I draw this line too, right? And here I write x equal to -1. So then they have asked me to draw x equal to 2 line and y equal to -1 and x equal to -1 like this. Okay. So now I have 3 lines. Hope you can see I have named everything like this. X equal to 2, x equal to -1 and y equal to -1. So they have asked me to draw everything on the same, the Cartesian plane, same graph, right? And we will move to the next one. So write the three boundary lines and 3 inequality represented by the given set of inequalities. Draw a diagram represent the region described by the above set of inequalities, shade of unwanted things. Now here that if I do this, that I can go to a new one, right? So then what I do, I will quickly draw the graph, right? So then I have this one, and in the middle I make it like this, and to this direction I have another one, and I have the x-axis here and the y-axis here, right? I can quickly do this. You just see, children. So then when you are doing things in a neat way, look at this. So then you can easily mark the lines, right? That here you don't want to worry because you have the graph papers in the exam. So then you can use them and easily you can point out everything like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To this side again I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And here I quickly write down 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Okay, now I have everything. So what they have asked me to do, so then the x values are equal or larger than -3. Equal or larger than -3. So if it is equal or larger than -3, children, I can draw the darker line like this because equal or larger than. So that means equal or larger than means this side. That means I don't need this area, right? So always, if you can remember, I will show you the textbook part also, that always we shade the unwanted region, right? We keep clear the wanted region, right? Okay. So then the next one, and I want to say this, that every time when we are teaching this part, some students, they are arguing with us, teacher, it is not the way we want to shade. So why? That the most of the teachers, most of the parents, they have done their exams in local syllabus or the local curriculum. And there we do it in a different way. If you get the guidance from your parents or a teacher who has done the local curriculum, so then they will teach you it in a different way. So don't get confused that I will share the textbook and show you. So then this confusion will be away. It's like this. So then here you have that you can see, to indicate this and to make future work easier, we use a continuous line for the boundaries when it is included, and we shade the region we do not want. Keep that in your mind. Always we shade the region we do not want. According to your curriculum, that is what we are doing. Otherwise, that I know most of the students normally you do have the doubts. So, right? So then the more than 3, -3 or more than -3. -3 or more than that, and less than 2. It's just less than 2. Therefore, I cannot draw the darker line. Instead, I have to draw the dotted line like this because it is not equal. If it is not equal, children, we can't draw a darker line, and it should be smaller than. Smaller than in the sense this area, and I don't need this part, right? I'm going to shade this part like this. Always we shade the area or the region we do not want. So this region we don't need, and we have something like this, right? And one more thing we need to add, hope all of you have the book with the paper with you, and y values are bigger than -2. Y values are bigger than -2, and it is also, again, I want to double check, it is not equal. If it is not equal, children, we can't go for the darker line. We have to go for the dotted line. So I draw the dotted line like this, right? Like this. I have the dotted line. And then the things that more than -2, that means I have to shade this region. I don't need this part, right? I don't need this part. Now you can see, right? You can see, so this clear region, this part it is the region we need. What is now we illustrated everything. Draw a diagram. So write the 3 boundary lines and 3 inequalities represented by the given set of inequalities. So now you can see the x values more than -3 and then less than 2 and y values more than -2. Draw a diagram to represent the region described by the above set of inequalities. Shade off the unwanted region. Now, so this is the boundary line, right? Write the 3 boundary lines. So this is the 3 boundary lines. So -3, more than that, +2, less than that from the x-axis, and from the y-axis, it is more than -2, right? So this is how you want to show it, right? The earlier graph, it should be like this, and this is like this, okay? So here, keep that in your mind, even though I drew everything with pens, if you are using a graph paper in the exam, you are not supposed to use pens, right? You are supposed to use everything. You are writing x letter, y letter, x equal to, and then a 2x minus 1. Everything you should write in pencil. Here, I didn't use the pencil, then you can't see that clearly. Otherwise, I don't. If it is on the graph paper, you are not using the pen. Okay, children, I think we have covered almost all the parts. Double check it. Yeah, so then we did all the questions, right? Okay, children, so then we'll meet again with the next lesson videos. I know that there were some delays in the videos. Extremely sorry about that. Hope all of you are aware that in a new country, and then it's kind of a settlement period for me. So then it will take time, but I'll try my best to upload the videos as usual from November onwards. Okay, children, we'll meet again with a new video. Till then, stay safe. Good luck for your assessments, formative assessment. Okay, bye.